I prefer to work in series, which allows me to burrow more deeply into a subject rather than just skim across the surface. I prefer to work in oil, but I also use pen and ink and watercolour. My main focus recently has been on urban landscape, but I'm still very keen on Australian landscape, boats at anchor and red soil farms. Rarely do I concern myself with detail. I aim to capture the essence and the spirit of the image. This painting is titled In and Out of Paddington, and with this style I've often been accused of being drunk in charge of an unlicensed paintbrush. In reality, to tramp around the painfully hilly streets of Paddington in the pounding Brisbane heat is to see things from this woozy perspective. Another in this series, entitled Topsy Turvy Town, a photo could never depict the scene the way it is displayed here. I do use photos, but I scatter them around the studio and sparrow pick suitable bits from each to fit into a dynamic composition. Sunny side of the street. This is an attempt to inject life and movement into the static confines of an oil painting. Distortions of scale and perspective serve to move the eye back and forth throughout the picture plane. This is one of a relatively new series I've been working on. Last of the red soil farms. Sketches for this series stretch back many years, and this painting came from a friend's back veranda. Alas, a very recent visit to the same spot greeted me with a view of tiled roofs and manicured gardens. I lived and worked on many of the farms shown in this painting, and I lament their disappearance. Sunlight and Shadows is a watercolour, and I think the title says it all. This little house is in Brisbane's Wynnum, and the palms and slanting shadows across the wall and tumble-down fence make for a seductive picture. Again in this watercolour, which I've titled Brisbane Shadows, the attraction of the shadow thrown against a white wall are what stirred me to paint. I like to take subjects which are not in themselves picturesque and concentrate on the effect of light which brings them to life.